We're going to go to the fan hotline. We just talked about the first points of the game that were scored. Andre Szmyt came out and kicked a 35-yard field goal. Andre Szmyt joins us right now on the fan hotline. Andre, you with us?
Hey, Hero, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Congratulations. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
How many people have you had to talk to since you kicked a 55-yarder to win in the NFL?
A couple. I had several texts, but just try to keep it mainly close friends, family. I'll get back to all those texts later.
All right. I mean, talk about just emotion. Can you walk me through what you were feeling there in the last 3 minutes after you kicked the first field goal, and then just kind of walk us through the end of the game? What's going through your mind?
Yeah, I think it starts really with that first field goal. I mean, kind of just not really involved in the game much, apart from like the kickoff to start the second half. So just kind of trying to stay involved. It's hard when you kind of sit on the bench the whole game and you have your number called late in the game. So that first kick, obviously kind of getting that under my belt, you kind of feel like you're more involved in the game and quickly have the PAT after. So it kind of set us up well, I think, for the game winner. You just kind of feel like you're involved in the game, hit a couple kicks, like you feel good to go. So, and I trust my guys. I know Rex is going to throw a perfect snap. Corey got the hold down. And obviously the protection was great. It made my job easier to just make the game-winning kick.
Browns kicker Andre Szmyt joining us. I know when the game suddenly turns and you get the blocked field goal, I mean, that's bizarre. And that happens so late in the game, and you think, man, can they get into field goal range possibly? Because the Packers tried their kick with 27 seconds to go. And then suddenly the Browns are moving the ball a little bit. What did you think, Andre, when with 12 seconds left, it could have been a 63-yard field goal try, Kevin called a play, and Joe threw it to David Njoku 8 yards, and they were able to spike the ball with 2 seconds left. What was going through your head with that whole sequence with 12 seconds to go?
Yeah, I think as soon as we got the block, like, I knew that wherever we kind of get to, that there was a good chance that they were going to let me out there to kick it, whether it was 63 or 55. I mean, obviously, I'm much happier kicking the 55, but I was ready to hit from wherever, and like, if they send me out, like, even if I have to put a little extra into it, like where that's like a crow hop, kind of how Justin Tucker hit his 66-yarder, like, I'd find a way to try to get it done. And if I knew if they sent me out there, then they believe in me and they expect me to make it. So, yeah, I was ready for whatever situation. But yeah, I had a good idea that, hey, we got the block, it's going to come down to a kick. So got right into the net, and then luckily it was 55 down the middle, just did my process, like it was any other kick.
Well, we were doing the Browns pregame show on the Browns Radio Network. I think it was Andrew Siciliano said, hey, he's kicking 55-yarders now in warm-ups. What were you doing in warm-ups, and how far were you kicking in warm-ups?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit windier pregame. So going one way, I hit from 60, probably would have been good from a couple extra yards, and another way hit from 58, which was more into the wind. But then the wind kind of switched at halftime, given why I wanted to go that way in the fourth quarter. But after the rain came through, the wind kind of died down to virtually nothing. I mean, maybe it was like a slight left to right, kind of seeing my ball played a little bit left, thinking the wind was going to play more and safer hitting it to the left. Yeah, I mean, went in, so good.
You've calmed down. Congratulations. That's great news. Hey, after the game, Kevin Stefanski made mention of you've been dealing with some things off the field, and it came to light that your mother passed away on July 10th, very unexpectedly. You had family and friends in the stadium yesterday. What did it mean to your family to have you get that opportunity and to have it turn out the way it happened, Andre, when your family's been going through some really rough stuff?
Yeah, it means a lot to us. I mean, my sister pretty emotional. She knows, she kind of feels like mom's with us, out there helping me with those kicks, and just like keeping my emotions like intact. Obviously dealing with a lot personally, but like also like first time playing in the NFL, like dealing with all this stuff with the pressure that comes with, and just I know I'm getting some kind of divine help, whether it's mom or God, just getting me through all this. So it's obviously good to have them at the games, and it's super emotional. But yeah, I mean, do it for her, so it means a lot.
Well, our thoughts are with you.
Yeah.
So that's a tough situation.
Yeah.
Tell me how you've been able to hang, and what I mean by that is you graduated from Syracuse in 2022. Well, that was some time ago. How have you been able to keep pursuing your dream and stay sharp, improve, and everything else? And you turn 27 coming up on Friday. That's a long time to go. What kept you going?
A lot of perseverance. Coming out of college, I signed with the Bears. Fortunately, was with a great group of guys there. Cairo Santos, who I still keep in contact with, taught me so much. Just kicking in a windy place, I learned so much from him. So taking that and then going and doing the UFL that spring, blessed to have that opportunity to go out and play professional football and put film out there, which led to a lot of workouts last year. Ended up on the practice squad here towards the end of the year. And then, signing the futures contract, and then coming in here, getting a chance to compete, prove myself, show my talent again, and then, obviously coming down and winning the job, and then, just hopefully keep it rolling.
Andre, that's tough, though. That's basically 3 years without playing competitive football. I would think that's incredibly sharp, tough to stay sharp. And most guys would have probably given up by then. It's interesting that you didn't.
Yeah, I think God gave me a talent and the dedication and motivation to keep going. I knew I had it in me from when I was with the Bears, my short time there, and hearing feedback from their staff and the kicker who's there, just knowing that, hey, or telling me, hey, like, dude, you can hang in this league, like, you can play, like, don't give up. Pat Scales, too, who's the former long snapper there, like, said a bunch of really nice things about just how I kick and everything. And he's like, hey, look, it took me a couple years to get in. Like, don't give up. Keep fighting. Keep going. And luckily, like I said, I had, like, the UFL and I had workouts. So it still felt like I was a little bit relevant. And then obviously having the practice squad and, the Browns recognizing my talents and wanting to bring me in for futures and come in and give a chance to compete. I mean, obviously that's all you can ask for in this position.
Were the Bears, I mean, you grew up in, Vernon Hills, not too far from Chicago, right?
Yeah, the practice facility is actually like 4 miles from my house.
Wow. So I'm assuming the Bears were your team when you were a kid, right?
Yeah, I like the Bears, the Patriots, because my dad's from Boston.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because the experience with the Bears, I mean, to get you ready for, whatever was coming next, and you kind of touched on it there. I would think sometimes that might be a little bit even more pressure filled because you're so close to home.
Yeah, I think so too. Just the amount of people reaching out from high school and stuff kind of can take a toll, but I'm super grateful for that opportunity to just being in an NFL building and kind of building that confidence, knowing like, hey, you know what, like I can hang, like I got this, I can do this. And, after that, it took me a couple of years to get back in, but, I knew I had that, kept working on my craft and trying to get even better than when I was with Chicago and find things that I needed to work on, and then took the time to do that.
It just, obviously that first week didn't go your way, and you had the chance to redeem yourself yesterday. I'm just wondering, I thought Kevin extremely had your back, especially after the first game, and he had your back again yesterday, talking about how happy he was for you to make it. Can you talk about the guys that had your back on this and moving forward with that?
Yeah, I think everybody in the building has my back. I mean, the amount of support I received truly means a lot, and it helps definitely build my confidence. I mentioned this in interviews yesterday. It was like everyone can say they believe in me, but like at the end of the day, like I have to believe in myself. So although that's good, like I need to trust myself and trust my talent and go back. Like, yeah, week one wasn't great, but have to go back and be like, hey, like I'm here for a reason. Like go back to the basics and what got me here and just trusting and believing in myself. And I think that's the biggest thing. And then going out and being able to bounce back in the Baltimore game and then come back this weekend. And obviously we put some pretty good stuff on film.
Yeah. Andre Szmyt joining us, Browns kicker. The one thing about that Cincinnati game, Andre, and tell me if this is anything, both of the kicks were similar in the way that they didn't go through. Did you take anything out of that? Was it an easy fix, easy correction, or what?
Yeah, I think it's just rushing it. I think getting into the moment and, maybe it's excitement, nerves, whatever it may be, is like you want to leave early, you want to kind of get the kick up and through, and you're just rushing your process and rushing your tempo. So that's the biggest thing, like going back like this week and the past week, is if I have good tempo and good approach to the ball, I know I give myself a pretty good chance at making the kicks. So really kind of everything kind of sped up in game time. So taking even that much more to just kind of, hey, relax and stay true to your tempo and stay smooth, obviously will pay dividends.
Andre Szmyt joining us, SZYMT. Okay, nobody spells
MYT.
Say what?
SZMYT.
MYT. That makes it even worse. I'm sorry.
You would be the greatest clue on Wheel of Fortune ever. People would hate you.
Nobody spells Schmidt that way. Well, is it short for something? And have you ever met anybody who spells their name SZMYT who you're not related to?
No, I don't think I have. I've had some people reach out like on Instagram and be like, are we related? But I don't think we are. Not that I know of.
The name's not short for anything?
No.
That's awesome. Well, you had to spell it your entire life, I'm sure.
It'd be all those people that wanted to buy a vowel on Wheel of Fortune. What a waste.
You were the guy. I have one other silly question. Where'd the number 25 come from? Jim Bakken from the Cardinals back in the day was a kicker who wore 25, but he also was a wide receiver for a while. Where's 25?
Yeah, I don't know. I like 47, and there's kind of some nostalgia. I would say, first preseason wearing it, but I think the year with like everything that's been going on with my mom and like first year making it in the NFL, I kind of wanted to dedicate this year to like her, and just the year 2025 has been so crazy and whirlwind of emotions that I kind of wanted to dedicate the year, or dedicate the year to my mom and wear that number.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
That is a great story.
Well, we thank you for your time today. Congratulations, and we're very, very happy for you and for your family, and our thoughts are with you guys as you move forward. Andre, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Andre.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
Andre Szmyt joining us on the Fan Hotline.